Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Rimka's Diary. Today we're going to be seeing some grammar in CBSE Class 7 Chapter 8, the verbs, special finite verbs. So let's get into the video. Today we're going to be learning functions of do. First, let's see the forms of do. Forms: do, does, did, done, doing, don't, doesn't, didn't. There are 7 functions. Let's see one by one in detail. First function. As a principal verb, it means to perform an action, activity, or task as, for example, I do my duty. So it means like performing an action, activity, or task. For example, I do my duty. So this is a task. So we use do in these places. Do as you do. So it's like an activity. He did his work all night. So this is an activity. What can I do for you? This is also an activity. So you can use do in these places as well. Second function, to form the negative of main verb. I do not play football. So in this sentence, play is the main verb and you're forming a negative. So I do not. Do not is the negative thing here. So I do not play football. So this is a negative of the main verb. So you can use do not in these places. Do not tell a lie. So tell is the main verb in the sentence and do not is the negative here. Third function, to form questions in simple present and past. Do you speak English? So you could also use do or does to form questions. Do you speak English? Does she sing well? Fourth function, to make take questions. Simple present and past. You live in Delhi, don't you? So these are the take questions. So like you say something and then you say something like this. So for example, you live in Delhi, don't you? She does not work here, does she? So you could use don't, does in these places. Fifth function, to give emphasis to the main verb, a stress on actions. So you're giving a stress on those actions. Like you could just say she sing well, but when you are giving a stress to this verb, you can use does, like she does sing well. And for here, you could just say I help the poor, but if you want to give a stress to that, you could use do to the sentence. I do help the poor. Sixth function, to avoid repetition of the main verb while giving short answers. So for example, there's a question and then you're answering that. You don't have to repeat the main verb in the question. Instead, you could use did in this place. For example, did you see her? Yes, I did. You could just say, yes, I did, instead of giving a big answer like, yes, I did see her. You could just use did in this place instead of that big thing. Second example, did you help her? No, I didn't. So in this sentence, you're using didn't instead of a really big answer. Like, did you help her? So while answering, you're not repeating the main verb from the question. Instead, you're just saying, no, I didn't. You don't have to give like a really big answer like, no, I didn't help her. You could just say, no, I didn't. Seventh function, to avoid repetition of a previous ordinary verb. In the before function, we saw to avoid repetition of the main verb, but here we are saying to avoid repetition of a previous ordinary verb. There are 3 ways: in short agreements or disagreements, in additions made to remarks, and to make comparisons. First one, in short agreements or disagreements. For example, Ria talks too much. Yes, she does. So this is an agreement. Ria talks too much. No, she doesn't. So this is a disagreement. So here does and doesn't are used in these places. Second one, in additions made to remarks. She does not drive, but I do. So these are called remarks. But these are not comparing, but these are remarks. So first example, she does not drive, but I do. He lives here, but I do not. I passed the test, but he did not. These are called remarks. Third way, to make comparisons. Rohit drives faster than I do. So now you're comparing. So this is not comparing, but this is comparing. I earn more than he does. Worksheet 5. Fill in the blanks with do or does. My mom dashed the laundry every Sunday. So for solving this, I have this thing. So I wrote this here. What should you use when? So if there's I, you, we, or they in the sentence, you should use do. So here, and you should use does when there's he, she, or it in the sentence. Or basically, you could say the third person. Here, my mom dashed the laundry every Sunday, so you should use does because my mom is the third person. Second question, I dash my homework every day. So if there's I, we saw that we should use do. Third question, dash you like reading books. So there's you. If there's you, you should use do. Fourth question, does your brother play football? So you should use does because your brother is the third person. Second subdivision, choose the correct option. What dash you usually do on Sundays? A option does, B option do, C option doing. So in this sentence you have you, so you should use do. What do you usually do on Sundays? So B option is the correct answer. Second question, my sister dashed very well in her exams. So my sister is the third person, so we should put does. My sister does very well in her exams. Third subdivision. Change the sentences to interrogative form using do or does. First question, she plays tennis every morning. Dash, she plays tennis every morning. So you should change the sentence to interrogative form using do or does. She. So remember what we saw here? If there's she in the sentence, you should use does. Does she play tennis every morning? Second question. They live in Mumbai. Dash, they live in Mumbai. So remember what we saw? If there's they in the sentence, you should put do. Do they live in Mumbai? Fourth subdivision, error correction. So you should find the wrong thing in the sentence and change it. What you do on Sundays. What dash you do on Sundays. So you should put do. Because they said what you do on Sundays. So we're adding do. So what do you do on Sundays? So friends, make sure you remember this thing because it's really important to solve the below exercises. So friends, I hope you try this at home with me. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye!